In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to resell like a boss. So stick around. What's up guys, it's your boy Phil back with another video. Welcome back to all my returning subscribers. Thanks for tuning in for another video, and we are about to hit 10,000 subs. Thanks you guys are awesome. Actually, between now and then I got something special going on, so tune in till the end of this video so you don't miss out on that. If this is your first time here, if you're looking to learn how to resell on eBay, PoshMark, Mercari, Grailed, OfferUp, it doesn't matter guys, you are in the right spot. I've been reselling online for almost 20 years. Around 18 years ago, I was a full-time employee working for AT&T. I was looking for a way out of the rat race when eBay came onto the scene around 1999, 98. I think they were actually around in 1994. But by the time I heard about them around 1999, they were still very new, but the idea sparked something in my head. A light bulb went off. Fast forward 20 years, guys, here I am. I teach people just like you how to get started reselling and others how to make it into a full-time income. And if this is your first time here, guys, make sure that you go down in the description section of this video and download your free copy of Getting Started Selling Shoes. Reselling shoes is the easiest way to get started, guys. It's the easiest way to get your feet wet, and shoes are really, honestly, the easiest things to resell. They're plentiful in the marketplace. You can find them at thrift shops, garage sales galore. That is everything you will need to know from start to finish buying and reselling shoes. And on top of that, guys, I also included the top 25 brands to resell. So download that right now. And if you want to keep seeing these videos, make sure that you keep clicking on them and make sure that you subscribe. That will help me to make more videos as you guys watch. Obviously, I pick up a tiny bit of monetization on these videos. It helps me to bring you more in the future. So make sure that you do subscribe if you haven't already. Now, to celebrate my 10,000th sub, I am going to be giving away 10 copies of my latest ebook. Basically, guys, this book is going to tell you everything you know to get started reselling with absolutely no experience. This book will show you how to turn reselling into a full-time income. I will be giving away 10 free copies of my ebook, How to Crush It Reselling with Absolutely No Experience. Now, this book, guys, is going to cover everything you need to know, basically from start to finish. I have put into this book what has taken me 20 plus years. Actually, I've been reselling for 30 years, guys, a very, very long time, since I was around 16 years old. So that being said, in this book, I have included all my tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, things that will help you get ahead of others. This book is going to put you ahead of probably 80 to 90% of those who are starting reselling, who are searching the internet, who are watching YouTube videos just like this one, trying to absorb all of the free information they can. However, guys, you can do that, but it does take time. In this book, I've condensed and put everything into a format that you can read on your phone, that you can carry with you on the go. Everything is included there. It almost reads more like a reference type book. This book is chock full of information, guys, that is going to help you increase your bottom line and crush the competition and ultimately make that money. Okay, guys, I think we've covered everything. Now let's get into the video today. What is and how do you resell like a boss? Now, when I started in this game almost 20 years ago, the things that I struggled with the most were, number one, finding inventory. I guess that's something that people do struggle with in the beginning, and it is natural. You are going to struggle until your knowledge base grows and until you begin to specialize in any particular thing. Finding good inventory on a consistent basis is going to be key in this game. In the beginning, that was a big struggle of mine. I also struggled to make sales, but not only to make sales, but to make sales on a consistent daily basis. On a regular basis, something that I could bank on from day to day. As a result, I was barely making enough money to survive. In short, not reselling like a boss. So what is reselling like a boss? Well, there are a few things that I'm going to cover here, and if you are doing these things regularly, then you are reselling like a boss. Then you are a boss.
Number one.
Always find inventory when you go out. In other words, when you go out thrifting, when you go out garage selling, when you go out wholesaling, it doesn't matter. You are not coming back empty-handed, guys. It is very, very important that when you go out, that you make your time count. that you're not wasting your time, because a day on the road, a day out there at thrift shops and garage sales is going to take your whole day. And if you're not making money, and ultimately you're not making it, you're not surviving, you're not reselling like a boss. So number one, guys, is you have got to educate yourself. You have got to make sure that every time you go out, you are finding consistently good inventory that you can resell for a profit. Okay, guys.
Number 2.
Always want to shoot for 10 times return on your spendings, on what you buy. So in other words, if you're picking up something for $5, you want to make 50 on it. If you're picking up something for 10, you want to make 100. Now these rules are, this particular rule is not set in stone, because sometimes you're going to pick up something and you might pick it up for $50 and maybe you might sell it for $100. Now in that case, guys, it was a 100 times, well actually it was a 200 times return, so 2 times your return on that. But I do shoot for 10 because I like to stay in the range, especially when I'm recommending to beginners. I like to stay in the range of maybe 5 to 10 to maybe $15 items on average. Because if you can take the 5 and turn it into 50, if you can take 10, turn it into 100, and if you stick to these rules, this 10 times rule, you will never go wrong. And on top of it all, guys, you are going to be guaranteed that you are always going to make money. Just try and shoot for that. Once you get over maybe the $50 mark or the $25 or $30 mark, in other words, you're picking up something for $20 or $30, then you can decrease that profit margin, obviously. So if you pick up something for $25, you could sell it for $50 or $100. You still make $50, $75. Money's money, guys. So use your best judgment. Use your brain on that one. But always shoot for in the beginning, if you're spending $5, $10, $15 items, which is what I recommend for you beginners, shoot for 10 times profit. That way you won't lose. It's going to cover your time, your energy, your incidentals, food, gas, all those things you're not ready for. So 10 times profit, that's how you resell like a boss. All right, next.
Networking.
You got to network, guys. You got to get out there. You got to make yourself known. You got to let others know that you're a reseller. Now use your best judgment on that. Sometimes you don't want people to know that you're a reseller, and in that case, don't tell them. But there are many times that you can let others know that you are a reseller. This will help you to form relationships with other resellers, with others in your business, even if they're not in your exact business. In other words, if they're not resellers, maybe they are in another industry that can help you and you can help them. So it's very simple, guys. It's pretty simple. You know, when you're out there, be friendly. You know, smile. Hey, you'd be surprised how far a smile goes. And like my mama always told me, thank you and please can get you a long way in this world. Just those 2 phrases. So remember to say thank you. Remember to say please. Be courteous. This is just going to make you likable, guys. And like I said, when you're networking, you're basically selling yourself. People are going to want to do business with those they like. If you're not likable, if you wear an ugly face, if you don't know how to smile, nobody wants to do business with you. So I would recommend learning to network, maybe working on your social skills a little bit. But like I said, getting yourself out there, networking with other individuals, other like-minded individuals who can help you achieve your goals. So if you want to resell like a boss, I recommend networking. Okay, guys, next there is something that I would recommend. If you want to resell like a boss, then you need to
ABC.
to know your ABCs. What's ABC? Always be closing. Always be closing. That's right, guys. Always be closing. If any of you have ever seen Glenn Ross, it's an old show. It's an old school movie. That's basically, if you're a salesman, you would love this show. And you are talking to a salesman. I was a salesman in a past life. Let's just put it that way. Before I was a reseller, I was a salesman, and I was the best salesman. If any of you guys ever need any advice on any of you salesmen out there, you're looking to get out of the game, or you're looking to up your salesman game, hey, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to give a little advice. But that being said, guys, Glenn Ross, one of the main things in that show was ABC. That's what he taught. Always be closing. We're going to change that. Now, when I see, and I've taken that advice, guys, I have applied it in my life and my entrepreneurial endeavors for the last 20 years. ABC, always be closing. Now, the way I say that is, You need to always be selling. ABS. Okay? So that's what we're going to change this to. That is right here, right now, guys. ABS. Always be selling. You heard it here first. Now, if you are a reseller, you need to sell items every single day. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, there are many ways to make sure that you sell items daily. And there are too many to cover here in this video, that's for sure. If you really want to know, check out some of my past videos. Matter of fact, I will put something right here that you guys can click on, and that will send you to a video that will help you as far as how to sell more items, how to close more sales. Like in my last video, I showed just a few items that I recently sold, but I sell items every day, guys. There is not a day goes by that I don't sell something. If you're not selling something every day and you're not reselling like a boss, then you still need to work on it, guys, but you will get there. The good news is there's plenty of room for improvement. Keep watching these videos. Tune in, subscribe, learn all that you can. The last time I went garage selling, I actually went up to a yard sale and a guy recognized me. He actually hooked me up. He didn't gouge me on the prices, which he could have because he knew I was going to resell them. We've since done a few things together, and that's why it is important, guys, like I said, to always network. When you feel the nudge, go ahead and let someone know, let that other person know that you're a reseller. Now this guy here, as we got to talking, I was looking at some of his stereo equipment that he had for sale. He had stacks of stereo equipment. And I actually found out that he was a reseller also, that he was trying to learn how to resell, and he had actually picked up all these electronics at Goodwills and yard sales himself. And he had, a whole group of tuners, electronic, old school Pioneers, Kenwoods, tuners, all different sorts. And like I said, we're doing a few things together right now, but I was able to pick up some cash, and long story short, what worked out so well for me was the fact that the work was minimal for me. This guy was he was a newbie, and as far as in return for some of my expertise and helping him out with just some things that a little bit of knowledge that he was lacking, then that was able to help him by leaps and bounds, and therefore he was willing to help me to do some things that I was looking to do. It was a win-win situation, which is what you're looking for in any type of business dealing with others. So networking is important, guys, and that's just a small example of how well it works. I actually work with countless other resellers and businesses. I mean, I couldn't name all the businesses that I work with on a regular basis because I have formed these relationships over the last 20 years. And without these relationships, guys, my bottom line will be a lot lighter. So keep that in mind. Networking is crucial, it's critical to reselling like a boss. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That helps me out. And remember, if you have not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? And remember, ABS.
Always be selling.
And until my next video, you guys be good.
Peace.
Toll road, I'm looking for that gold, popping tags. Now it's time to take it home. Let's get it sold. I'm in the thrift game. No, I ain't about that fame. The record shops for 20 years in the game, man.